The Fargo Five, I'm Conrad Fargo. Be sure to find us on YouTube and Spotify. How do you find us? You just, anywhere. Anywhere, you can just type in Conrad Fargo. You go to you're on Amazon.com, you're buying toilet paper or whatever, you can type in Conrad Fargo. I'm right there. Right there. You can find me. We're here with Rhonda Gilbertson Evans from Full Circle Open Mic at Black Coffee and Waffles Bar. Hello, Rhonda.
Hi.
So, Rhonda, we were discussing in the last segment this exciting, fun thing that you guys are doing. This is the Fargo Fun segment, so this is what we talk about.
Right.
Is what is there to do that's fun in Fargo, and you guys are hosting an open mic.
Yep, and it's a free event.
It's free.
For performers and for audience members who choose not to perform. We want to welcome everybody inclusively to come, emerging performers.
Where is this at? I know where it's at. I guess it's at Black Coffee and Waffle. When is this at?
It is the first Monday and first and third Wednesday of every month from 5 to 7 p.m.
Well, that's actually pretty early for an open mic.
We did it purposely as kind of a happy hour open mic for people who needed to parent or move on to their next, because there are open mics all around us,
yes.
right?
Yeah, but all late night and at bars. This is a coffee joint.
It also has beer, wine, and mocktails.
Oh, really?
Yep. So
you can have a few beers first.
You can if you choose to.
Oh, I choose to.
Most people have coffee and waffles.
Yeah.
And just you can bring your kids. So this is for anybody who wants to flex some vocal stylings.
Wow, that sounds really neat. So in fact, the reason I have a radio show rather than being a stand-up comedian is because I can't do late nights because I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a newborn in the house. And I've always said it would be really cool if there was somewhere where I could go do improv or stand-up earlier in the day. 5 to 7 sounds a little bit more.
And here's the thing. You can bring your 5-year-old, your 3-year-old, and your newborn because it's ear-friendly for children.
Yeah.
We ask that people keep the topics light and just be completely cognizant of little ears being in the restaurant.
Yeah, so it probably has the same rules as this radio show, right? You got to be FCC compliant.
Well, little ear compliant. I was a teacher, and I'm also I have very adult content in my work.
Yes.
But I just perform other types of work.
Yeah.
When little ears are present, just because I want to encourage emerging talent to get out there earlier, and this is a free opportunity.
When I suppose the performers could also be of any age.
That's exactly my point. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. I want to encourage, and Phil, who's one of my musicians, brings his baby, Max. So it's awesome, and he also has a young tween. 11 to 13, I can't remember exact age, but she comes and she does her jam, whatever she's going to do, sing or do poetry or whatever she wants. And we just want to keep in mind that there are performers of all different
So this
ages.
isn't necessarily like a comedy open mic as much, or is it? I mean, are we trying?
We have comedians.
Yes, but I mean, are we trying to be funny, or is it really even broader than all that?
Broader than all that.
Yeah.
I want it to be light and airy for people. I want them to be able to come in and let out the exhaust of the day.
Absolutely.
At 5:05, get to Black Coffee and Waffles, order a latte and a waffle, and just...
And where is Black Coffee and Waffles? I have to admit, so I actually was on somebody's Fargo Favorites, our last segment. Somebody had mentioned it. I've yet to be there. I kind of want it. It's on my short list of places to go visit.
It's a cool joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
apparently they have
really
waffles.
Yeah, they do have Belgian waffles that are tremendous. So I think it's 554th Street North in Fargo, right across from
downtown.
Fargo Square.
Yeah. Oh, the Broadway Square there.
Yes.
Okay, that's right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep, right on the southeast side of the park there.
And you don't have to get your coffee black.
No.
You can get a latte if
And you
want.
don't have to have your waffles at the bar either. You can have them at a table.
My kids love waffles.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
it's a rad. I don't know why. I decided a long time ago that I wanted to share whatever artistic ability I have at low cost or free while I'm working my act or performance out. And this is a space for people to do that. If you're working on a tune, bring it. We'll tell you what we think if that's what you want. If you want feedback from our crew, we're really responsive to that.
So you took this moniker. It was given to you. Somebody else had been running it for a while. They dropped it for whatever reason. The manager of Black Coffee and Waffles gave it to you.
Yeah.
How many have we done? Is this the first one? Is this our inaugural, or how many have we done so far?
5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
So our next one is July 3rd. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 5 to 7, July 3rd.
Yeah, you said it was the first Wednesday.
First and third Wednesday of every month.
Okay, from 5 to 7. So, downtown, I think we all know what downtown's like. Parking is a little rough.
And it's particularly rough there.
Well, actually, we do have, because it's over near by Gate City, though, right? It's actually across from Gate City. You've got the parking garage there, or no?
Well, yeah.
So you could go that whole parking garage.
But the street parking is only on the one side.
But that whole parking, and I almost, I never think to park there because downtown parking was so bad for so long. As a Fargo native, I've just come to assume I got to park 6 blocks away. But that parking garage is right there.
Right there.
So you can park, you go in. What's it like inside? Is it a big space, a small space?
It is a small doorway on the side of the miso shop.
Okay.
So they share a entrance space.
Oh.
It's a brick building with huge black garage doors on the front, so we can put the garage doors down when it's nice out.
Yeah.
And the music, the sound effects in this place are insane. Because it's built with a cathedral ceiling, almost like a, with the same principles as a bar, more than a restaurant, low ceiling.
Yeah. And so, when you come in there, what's your attendance been like? Is it crowded, or is it a little bit more intimate? Are you going to get to know everyone?
12 to 30 people.
Yeah.
And
that's not bad.
No, it's not bad, and it's new.
That's not bad. Yeah.
I totally admit that we're going to have growing pains.
Oh, yeah.
And one of our performance nights that we had our lowest attendance was Juneteenth. But you're going to expect that. It's a holiday.
And also, politics in the Midwest might make it so people don't want to go out. Who knows?
Right.
That's going to be a complicated one.
Right.
So I do a lot of networking. I do networking groups. I run a few businesses, and so I'm out there. I'm in the community, and I've also tried to run groups that are free and open to the public. So I know. a dozen people is a good turnout.
Can be a lot.
That's a decent turnout for something that's only been going. How many you said? 5 weeks?
Yeah,
5 times.
Five
times.
events,
so that's 3 months now. Yeah, 2 months, 2.5. Yeah. That's really exciting. You should be getting.
I'm pumped.
Do you go and do the networking circuit? I've never seen you have Conrad Path. There's a whole circuit out there.
I perform, and I haven't once mentioned it at a performance because I get juiced for my performance, and then I'm totally blank out on the fact that I run a free event that people could really have fun at.
Well, and I would encourage you. So there's this whole, and I think people need, whenever somebody says to me, how do you make friends as an adult? If you have a job, I don't know. I haven't had a job for 13 years. I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
There is this thing called the networking community in Fargo.
Yep.
And it's just all a bunch of business owners and salespeople who don't have jobs.
Yeah.
And they get together to know each other and kind of pitch each other. But it's a really good way to be social. I think if you were to just run the circuit, you would probably double the numbers.
And tomorrow morning I go to an event like this that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Startup Brew.
Startup Brew is a networking thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So I will be going to that. I used to go to it as a social worker, and now I've kind of had to change from my fancy hat to my baseball hat and say, you know what, I'm going to approach this from a performance standpoint.
Yeah. What are you doing Friday? This Friday? This very Friday?
This very Friday, probably a whole lot of nothing.
Would you like some cookies and mimosas?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk after air. There's an exciting networking event going on. We're trying to get as many visitors as possible. So I think you'd be a good fit for that.
Awesome.
So we'll talk about that on the break.
Okay.
But next we're going to move into our next segment, which is Fargo Fresh. So don't go nowhere.